who is in charge of solving homelessness in the region. And does that need to change? Sacramento City Council members are taking up that question at a meeting right now. ABC's Becca Habegger is following the debate. And Becca, talk a little bit more about what they are deciding.
Yeah, Alex, council members tonight are choosing between three very different visions for how Sacramento County and the cities within it tackle homelessness. And the stakes are high right now because no single body is calling the shots. And the question is, how much are those partners willing to give up to make that happen?
People experiencing homelessness throughout Sacramento County, from unincorporated areas to the cities, is a problem local elected leaders say they want to fix.
Get people off of the streets on a more effective, efficient way today.
But for the better part of 2 decades, the response has been spread across a patchwork of agencies, nonprofits, and elected bodies that don't always work in sync.
I think we need a single, visible, accountable entity, a place where all our jurisdictions meet regularly. Decisions are made in public, and the community knows exactly where to go. And to me, that means a joint powers authority.
That's Sacramento City Council member Katie Maple at a city council meeting back in January, when members discussed forming a joint powers authority, or JPA. That's a formal legal structure that would voluntarily bring together multiple local governments under shared leadership for a specific purpose. In this case, to set shared policy on homelessness. Mayor Kevin McCarty is generally in favor.
We'd like to have a JPA. We know that we're one party of this. We can't force others to say yes.
At that meeting, council members directed city staff to develop options for them to consider. Now, across the country, federal homelessness dollars are distributed through regional hubs called Continuums of Care, or COC. The least invasive option before council members Tuesday is establishing a JPA totally separate from the existing COC. Elected leaders within the JPA would coordinate on policy, and local dollars would stay local. A middle option merges a newly formed JPA with the COC, all working on funding and policy together, while cities still maintain control of local dollars. The most sweeping option would consolidate everything into one brand new agency, and all funding would be pooled.
Too many layers, and the more layers you have, the less accountability you have.
Sacramento County Supervisor Rosario Rodriguez says she's all for collaboration, but worries more layers of bureaucracy could make taxpayer money vulnerable.
When you add more bureaucracy to an already overwhelmed system, what you have are potential risks when it comes to actual funding and fraud and abuse of funds.
She worries pooling local funds, as the most sweeping option would do, could result in county funds flowing into cities instead of helping folks in the unincorporated areas.
This is all still very preliminary, we should mention. If Sacramento City Council members approve an option tonight, it then has to be presented to the other large cities in the county and the county supervisors to gauge their interest. Again, that will go to the county supervisors, and they have their big say as well. And this is about joining a joint powers authority, and we should remind you that is entirely voluntary, so it's not even guaranteed each of these local governments would want to be a part of it. So lots of room to go. Alex.
All right, Becca, thank you so much.